What if the reason you feel stuck at work is because you're waiting to feel ready before you act? And that moment never actually comes. Most people think they need clarity before they move, before speaking up, before taking responsibility, before making decisions. They believe, I'll act when I feel ready. So they wait. They wait to be more confident, more certain, more prepared. You want to start a new project, but you wait for the perfect plan. You want to ask for a raise, but you wait until you feel 100% confident. You want to learn a new skill, but you wait for the ideal moment with no distractions. But the biggest turning points at work don't feel like clarity. They feel like uncertainty. When Jeff Bezos decided to start Amazon, there was no clear proof it would work. He had a stable job, a predictable path, and he chose to leave it. Not because everything made sense, but because waiting for certainty would mean never starting. From the outside, it didn't look like a clear decision. It looked risky, uncertain, possibly wrong. The reason waiting feels logical is because your brain is trying to protect you. It wants certainty, clarity, confirmation. So it tells you, wait until you're ready. This plays out in daily issues. You hesitate to give feedback to a colleague because you're not sure how they'll react. You put off applying for a promotion because you don't feel qualified enough yet. You delay starting a side hustle because you're waiting for all the pieces to perfectly align. But at work, most meaningful decisions don't come with those things. So waiting becomes a pattern. You delay speaking, delay acting, delay deciding. Not because you don't know what to do, but because you're trying to eliminate uncertainty first. Subscribe to Daily Reset Lab if you want to understand how these decisions actually happen. As Jeff Bezos said, all my best decisions in business have been made with intuition, not analysis. He didn't wait for full clarity. He acted before it existed. So the problem isn't that you don't know what to do, it's that you're expecting clarity to come first. But in most real situations at work, clarity doesn't lead to action. Action creates clarity. So the longer you wait to feel ready, the longer you stay in the same place. The shift is not to feel ready before you act. It's to recognize that readiness is not a starting condition. It's a result, something that develops after you begin. If this made you see your situation differently, subscribe to Daily Reset Lab for more perspective like this. Let's explore this further. Consider the small actions you can take today. It's not about making a grand leap, but a series of small, intentional steps. Each step, no matter how minor, builds momentum and reveals the next part of the path. This iterative process is how true clarity emerges. Often, the wait for readiness is a disguised fear of failure. We believe that if we are perfectly prepared, we cannot fail. But failure is an inherent part of learning and growth. Embracing uncertainty means accepting that not every action will lead to immediate success, but every action will lead to valuable insight. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction. Launch that project with 80% of the features. Start that conversation even if you don't have all the answers. The feedback and experience gained from these imperfect actions are what truly refine your approach and build your capabilities. To truly shift, you need to cultivate an action-oriented mindset. When you feel that familiar pull to delay, ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take right now? This reframes the challenge from an overwhelming task to a manageable action. Think about a chef experimenting with a new recipe. They don't wait until they've perfectly envisioned every flavor profile. They start cooking, tasting, and adjusting. Or a software developer building a new app. They don't wait for a flawless design. They build a prototype, get feedback, and iterate. In both cases, action is the catalyst for clarity. So, if you're feeling stuck, remember this. The path forward isn't found in waiting for a sign, but in taking the first step. Action is your compass, guiding you through the fog of uncertainty and leading you to the clarity you seek. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start acting and readiness will follow. Many of us are conditioned to believe there's a right time for everything. The perfect market conditions, the ideal personal circumstances, the moment when all stars align. This is a myth. The right time is often a construct of our own fear, a convenient excuse to delay. True progress rarely waits for perfect conditions. It creates them. The journey from inaction to action doesn't require a monumental leap. It's built on a series of small, consistent wins. Each tiny step you take, each small decision you make, contributes to a growing sense of accomplishment and confidence. These small victories accumulate, creating an unstoppable momentum that propels you forward. When you act, you generate feedback. This feedback, whether positive or negative, is invaluable. It tells you what's working, what's not, and what needs adjustment. Without action, there's no feedback loop, no data to learn from, and no way to refine your approach. Action is the only way to gather the intelligence needed for true clarity. The desire for clarity often leads to analysis paralysis, an endless cycle of research, planning, and contemplation without execution. While preparation is important, there's a point of diminishing returns. At some stage, you must transition from thinking to doing. Action breaks the spell of paralysis and moves you from theory to practice. Taking action, especially into the unknown, is a profound act of self-discovery. You learn about your resilience, your adaptability, and your true capabilities. You uncover strengths you didn't know you possessed and develop new skills on the fly. The person you become through action is far more capable and clear-sighted than the person who waited. So, what's one small action you can take today, right now, to move forward? Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission or perfect clarity. Just choose one tiny step and take it. That single act of courage will be the catalyst for everything that follows. The future you desire is built not on waiting, but on doing.